Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all of you. I'm Nur Azhar binti Aziz. Today, I will share with you last subtopic for chapter 6. There is 6.3, Introduction to Basic Civil Structure. Okay, so let's see the learning outcomes for this topic. Okay, there are 6 learning outcomes. Okay, for this lecture session, I will discuss with you from A to E. Okay, it's all about theories in civil structure. Okay, we will define building structure. We go to types of action acted on building structure. The types of structure, 2 types of structure. Then we will discuss about substructure and superstructure. And the last one, we will go define the function of each structural element, foundation, beam, and column. Okay, we go to first learning outcome. What is building structure? Okay, building structure, struktur bangunan. Okay, what is building structure? Okay, first, let's see this image. Okay, let's see this image. Okay, the top part. Okay, the top part here, there is a slab. Okay, slab is lantai. Now, we are on slab, right? Kita semua duduk di atas lantai. Either we sit on chair ke, katil ke, kan? So, we are on slab. Okay, we are on slab. Then, under slab, we have beam. Okay, we have beam. See, here we have beam around the slab. Then, we have column. Under beam, we have column, vertical. This one is vertical element. Kita ada column. Okay, beam is rasuk, column is tiang. Then under column, we have footing or foundation or asas penapak. Okay, asas penapak. So slab, beam, column, footing are structural element. So structure here is a system for transferring load from one place to another. For example, we are on slab now. Okay, we are on slab now. So we are one of the load. Kita ni adalah sebagai beban yang kita kenakan ke atas lantai, slab. So we transfer our load to slab. Okay, we are as load on slab. Then slab will transfer the load to beam. Okay, you see the red arrow show the load parts, show the load distribution. Slab will transfer load to beam. Then beam will transfer load to the column. Okay, beam will transfer load to the column. Then column will transfer the whole load of the building to the foundation. And foundation will spread out the load to the surrounding ground. Okay, building structure. So building structure means transferring the load of people, furniture, wind, safe weight of structure. Safe weight of structure here is weight of element, weight of structure element itself. Slab, for example, slab. Slab made of reinforced concrete. So dia pun ada berat dia sendiri. Okay, so building structure here means transferring the load of people, furniture, wind, safe weight of building safely down to the foundation and hence into the ground. Of course, we want to stay in a safe building, right? Okay. So next we go to types of action. Okay, types of action in building structure or types of load acted on building. Okay, apakah beban-beban yang bertindak ke atas building structure? So there are 2 types of action acted on building. First, permanent action. Second, variable action. So permanent action or permanent load, beban tetap. Okay, also known as dead load, beban mati. So dia tetap, kita assume macam dia mati. Okay, stay je. So this action do not change over time. Okay, do not change over time. Forever and ever dia maintain macam tu je. So for example, 2 types of permanent action are safe weight. Okay, first safe weight and permanent non-structural partition. Okay, kita tengok dulu safe weight. Safe weight is the weight of structure itself, berat sendiri. Like I said just now, column, okay, column made of reinforcement bar and concrete. So we call it as reinforced concrete column. So it means column tu dia ada berat dia sendiri. Dia pun support their own weight. Okay, so safe weight of reinforced concrete column is a dead load. Itu contoh dead load. Kita tengok sini. So here we have reinforced concrete column. Okay, reinforced concrete column made of concrete and reinforcement. Okay, again for beam we have reinforced concrete beam and we have reinforced concrete slab also. Okay, mesti kita tanya-tanya, what is reinforced concrete? Okay, reinforced concrete. Kenapa kita tak buat column just solid concrete? Kenapa kita tak buat concrete column? Mesti ada reinforcement. Okay, kita tengok sini sikit. Why we use reinforcement in concrete? Okay, some knowledge for you. Okay, for example, this is simply supported beam. Okay, simply supported beam, and we apply 1 point load on this simply supported beam. When we apply load on this beam, of course it will bend. Dia akan melentur. Okay, kita assume, okay, dia akan bend. Then the top part will experience compression. The top part will experience compression and the bottom part will experience tension. As we know, okay, concrete strong in compression but weak in tension. So see here, at the bottom part nothing happened. But there is a cracking failure. There is a cracking failure at the bottom part. Here it shows concrete strong in compression but weak in tension. That's why we have to install, okay, that's why we have to install reinforcement bar at the bottom part of beam to prevent structure, tension failure. That's why we call it as reinforced concrete beam. Okay, back. Okay, so safe weight of the structure itself is a dead load. Okay, another dead load is permanent non-structural partitions, immovable fixtures such as plasterboard and built-in cupboard. Okay, next we go to second action acted on building structure is a variable action. So variable action also known as variable load. Beban yang berubah-ubah. Beban boleh ubah. Means beban boleh ubah, tak tetap lah. Okay. So also known as life load, beban hidup. See, beban hidup, so can movable. Okay, movable load. Imposed load. Okay, contoh kat sini life load kita kata tadi, saya bagi contoh. We as people and all the furnitures in the room are life load, beban hidup. Okay, also known as imposed load, beban yang dikenakan. What is meant by imposed load? It means first our room kosong. Okay, our room kosong, then we put katil, kerusi, meja. So means we impose the load on the slab. Okay, so this variable action can change over time. So dia boleh berubah-ubah, kejap ada, kejap tak ada, kejap sikit, kejap banyak. Okay. Okay, now we go to types of structure. There are two types of structure. First, main structure. So main structure made by piling up or forming similar materials into a particular shape or design. For example, this pyramid. Okay, this pyramid structure made of maybe made of stone or concrete, solid concrete. Okay, so next is frame structure. So frame structure is self combination of beam, column and slab. Okay, struktur kerangka. So frame structure consists of main structural element, terdiri daripada main structural element. Kita tengok kat sini kita ada roof, beam, column, slab. Okay, what for? To resist the lateral and gravity loads. Okay, so now we go to substructure and superstructure. What is substructure and what is superstructure? Before this, we just know about slab, beam, okay, slab, beam, what? Column, foundation, roof. Okay, which one is substructure? Which one is superstructure? Okay, we go to substructure. Okay, substructure is the part of building that is built below the ground level. See, underground level. Okay, underground level we call as substructure. Okay, what are the structure element identified as substructure? There is a foundation and basement retaining wall. Okay, foundation and basement retaining wall. This substructure will transfer the load of the building to the ground and isolate it horizontally from the ground. Okay, so this one is substructure. Next, superstructure. Okay, superstructure is all the structural element above ground level. Okay, all the structural element above the ground level is a superstructure. For example, we have beam, we have column, we have slab, we have roof, we have wall. All that are superstructure. Okay, simple, right? Okay, and the last one, we have function. Okay, now we want to know what is the function of each structural element. Okay, you see this image? The green one is primary beam. The chocolate one is secondary beam. Okay, here we have two types of beam. Okay, what is primary beam? What is secondary beam? Okay, primary beam is a beam which supported by column. At the ends, at the both end of primary beam, there is a column. Okay, so primary beam supported by column. But secondary beam, you see, secondary beam supported by primary beam. Okay, secondary beam dia banyak. Okay, dia supported by primary beam. Here, I mean secondary beam will transfer load to the primary beam. Okay, then primary beam will transfer load to the column. Okay, boleh ya? Okay, so as we can see here, beam. Okay, beam, there are two functions actually. For each element, actually there are two functions of each. Okay, what is the function of beam? Beam will support load from slab. You see here, slab on the beam, right? So beam will support load from slab. Then beam will transfer load to the column. So two function, support slab. Okay, support slab, transfer load to column. Okay. Then column, you see the column, the yellow one. Okay. Then what is the function for column? Again, column support beam. Okay, column support beam. And column also will transfer load to the substructure foundation. Okay, column will transfer the whole load of building to the foundation. Okay, then foundation as the lowest part of structure element will support load from column. Okay, foundation support load from column and it will transfer all the load of the building to the surrounding ground. See here, it means for each structural element there are two functions. There are two functions of each element. Okay, guys. So another explanation for you. Okay, the beams carry the load. Again, the beam, here the beam. Okay, the beam carry the load transferred to them by the slab as well as the weight of the wall seated on them. Kalau ada wall lah, nanti kita kat ni. Then the column carry the beam load. Okay, column will carry the beam load and they transmitted them to foundation. And last, the foundation carry the column loads and transfer them to the ground. Like I said just now. Okay. Okay, another image for you. This one is slab, white area. So slab actually is a white beam yang lebar. Okay, so it is a slab. Okay, then we have beam. Under slab we have beam. Around slab we have beam. Then we have column here. We have column. And the last part of the structure element for building is foundation. Actually, under foundation, we have pile. Okay, we have pile. Pile, actually kita tanam dalam tanah. What for? To strengthen the tanah. to straighten the soil. Okay, so these are structural element, guys. Okay, these are structural element. Okay, for this part, we'll cover in tutorial class. So I want to share with you what is simply supported beam, because after this you will you will analyze simply supported beam with 1 and 2 point load. Okay, what is simply supported beam? For example, here we have beam AC. Okay, here we have beam AC which supported by support A and support C. Okay, support A, kalau you tengok ni, support A ni dia bentuk triangle. So this one we call as pin support. Okay, this one dalam bentuk circle ni, this one is roller support. So simply supported beam is a beam which is supported by pin support and roller support. Okay, then on this beam we have point load. We have point load at point B. Okay, we have point load 5 kN at point B. So point load here we can consider as secondary beam. Okay, macam tadi kita ada primary beam dan secondary beam we transfer load to primary beam, right? Primary beam, okay, dia duduk atas secondary beam, dia duduk atas primary beam as point load sebab dia kenakan pada satu titik, right? Dia sebatang kan, so dia adalah point load. So point load 5 kN here we can assume as secondary beam. AC ni adalah primary beam. Okay. Okay, so you will do analysis for simply supported beam with 1 point load and 2 point load. Okay, so go detail in your tutorial class. Okay guys, I think that's all for me about this civil structure. I hope you can understand and enjoy with my explanation. Okay, that's all. Thank you guys. Assalamualaikum. Bye.